Hey, it's Darlene here. So I thought I'd do a couple of videos with my junk journal. I've already did these pages. I don't know if you can tell, but if you look really close, on this page, I added strips of paper. It's actually scrapbook paper, just scraps of scrapbook paper. That sounds funny. That a friend of mine sent to me. And so I just glued them down, and then I used some different colored gelatos and rubbed the colors in. I did a lot of splatter with the Fun Stampers Journeys Color Silks. I did it in an outrageous pink, gold, and I want to say white. Yeah, it looks like there's some white. But anyhow, I just did some kind of some marks. And then on this side, I used a color distressed ink, a yellow distressed ink, and just kind of went to town on this yellow. So it's really, really bright. I'm going to try something new. It's something called a tip-in. I thought this was a really good size to use a tip-in. So I'm going to create some art on this little piece, front and back, and then we're going to tip it in by adhering it into the junk journal with some washi tape. And I just chose these kind of plain washi tape because these are really bright pages, especially with this yellow. I mean, I absolutely love it, but whoo, that can be tough on your eyes. So I'm going to work on this. So I'm going to put this aside for a minute. I got a really cute stamp set from Unity Stamp Company, and they have really great stamps, great sentiments, great images, all on red rubber. But this one just cracked me up because it's this gorgeous looking, vintage looking bird. I don't know if you can see that package. And then the saying on it says, "Today I will be happier than a bird with a French fry." I mean, I just think that's hilarious. And I'm going to put that on the front of this once we get done, making it pretty. So I'm going to change this up. Like I said, I'm going to go a little bit more calm on the colors. Not quite, because it wouldn't be any fun if it was. I'm going to use some Blue Lagoon acrylic paint. This is a really pretty blue. Just going to put it right on there. I use my hands a lot, and I also like to use these, you get those fake credit cards, you've just, you can get a credit card for, X amount of money that you get in the mail, and for some reason they already have your name on it, which is kind of scary. I'm going to just kind of rub that around with that. Probably shouldn't do the back at the same time, but this paint dries really quick, and I'm going to just put that on. I'm going to try to do both sides at the same time, or as much as possible, because I don't know if that's possible. So let's put that on. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Pineapple Smoothie, which is a yellow, basically. I'm going to put it over here, because I'm going to use my finger to just kind of put it in certain spots. Because when you mix yellow and blue, you're going to get a green. Maybe not so much. Probably because, oh, there you go. See that? Oh, you didn't. Just going to mix it a little bit. That's pretty. I might need to put some paper on the other side just to thicken that up. Let's get kind of plain. Well, I don't know if you consider that plain, but that's plain for me. So it's pretty much all covered. I'll try to do a little bit on the back. I just don't want to rip it. So now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should wait until it dries, but I'm very impatient. So we'll add some more yellow here. That's probably good enough. And I'm not going to waste all this beautiful yellow, so I'm going to just kind of put it on another spot in this journal. Okay. Let that dry a little bit. I think I'm going to stick to a little drier medium at this point because it is getting a little too soft. And so I'm going to use some gelato markers, or I'm not sure if they're called marker sticks, I guess. I do need to add a little bit of water to it because that's what helps smooth it around. I always tell myself, leave some white space. Ugh, I just can't. I don't know. That's just not me. But I left a little bit. I think that looks okay. And on this side, I don't think I'm going to use that. There's so many different ways to leave marks. White's probably one of the hardest for me. It always seems to absorb. But Sharpie paint markers are really good about doing that. It's just like really a little less opaque than some of the others. But it also takes longer to dry. And so we'll let that sit for a little bit. And because I do want it to coordinate with the colors, I'm going to use the pink spray, which is Outrageous Pink Color Splash by Fun Stamper's Journey. Just going to use a little bit of it because I don't want this to be so bright. I mean, it's bright already with the colors, but come on, there you go. I think it's still good to have some of the color so it coordinates. This is going to be the underside, but I still want it to coordinate. I'll put a little bit in the front once this dries a little. We're going to have to help it again. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that. I don't want to spray it because I think spraying would be too much, but if we just kind of put a little bit here and there, yeah, see that? Yeah, I like that a lot. All right, continue to dry. Yeah, I think I should have used this color instead of the gelato because gelato gives it too much of an orange, of course, because it was an orange that I used. Okay, but what it does is it allows you to stamp at the same spot multiple times without really, with exact positioning. So I'm actually going to do the saying on here, and we'll put the bird on the underside. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So what you do is, see that? Isn't that awesome? I'm going to make sure it's straight though. This has guidelines on it, so it helps you keep it straight as well. And then you ink it, and this is going to have to be really dark. So that's my first. Let's see how that looks. Let's do it one more time. And since you don't move it, it just stamps right on top of itself. See that? Isn't that cool? So I really do actually like the way that looks. And I want a thinner white pen. Now here is a little tip for you. You know those white correction pens? This is the best way to use white. A cheap way, I should say, to use white. So I'm just going to kind of draw a little box around it. There you go. Okay. So I'm thinking I want to put the bird on here. Okay, this is going to get some ink on it. So if I put this tip in, let's say here, I'll put the bird here. And my ink. Make sure we get a really good coverage because we want that bird to show up. Oh my God, that bird is cute. So let's say right around here. Look at that. Beautiful. Cleans up nicely. So we'll do this for our tip in. That is really cute. So I think I'm going to use this black one with the gold. I didn't even realize it when I pulled this. There's a lot of gold in here. So I think that's going to look really pretty. So basically to create a tip in, this is the piece that we want to tip in. It doesn't always have to be something you created. It could be a business card. It could be a photo. It could be a journaling card. just be another piece of paper, just anything. It's about that long. And then all you do is you basically are creating a hinge. So obviously half on the card and half on the page. So let's say, does that look straight? Looks straight to me. And then we'll do it on the underside. And I just like to tear it, but you know what, you can always cut it, measure it perfectly. Really just depends on how you like to do things. But you do want it to be smaller than the size of the Tippin. So in this case, it's the size of this receipt or coupon. See? So when you open up, la la la, ooh, pretty. There you go. And that's how you create a Tippin. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks. I'll see you later. If you want more information, you can check out my blog, which is www.craftsinthecommandcenter.blogspot.com. That'll be written in the description box. Bye.